Yo, this is King Earner coming to you guys live and direct. I'm sitting around and I'm thinking for the last few days, what could I bring to the people that'll give some honor? All the negative, all the wrong things I've done in my life, what could I do to give some understanding to the people? Because snatching honor is what I do, right? But it's not in the same direction anymore. I don't snatch honor about real zats all day long. Notice I double back on the Bimmy situation just to try to get some clarity because I kind of think that I made a mistake two, three, four, five times with the Bimmy joint because the paperwork is so confusing and being as though he wasn't even a part of the case, I don't really know. But I honestly think he done something. I don't know what it is. Maybe talking to them and he shouldn't be talking to them. When you give out any type of answer, that's what usually happens, right? But not to go back into that nonsense. I just think that our people, what we're trying to sell on here, the people that's from my community, the YouTubers that grew up in my likeness, that been in jail, rough around the edges, come from poverty or whatever the case may be. I think we're trying to sell the wrong content because once you started doing this, I know I was probably like one of the first ones. There was a couple of us before me that was already on YouTube that was doing the urban thing and even sports and a lot of different positivity, right? I think what fed it was the negativity. And I think the older ones, even including myself, or the ones I would say that had more sense than others, we kind of led us all into the same dishonor, talking about things that really ain't. It's like, okay, that person told, he's a real Zach. Cool. What's the goal? My goal, I can speak on my goal. My goal was the awareness so the youngest can choose a different life. Hopefully they go to the point where it's like once they get caught up in something negative and they see somebody told or they hear about somebody told prior, they'll be like, I don't want to choose that lifestyle. The Honor Your Life campaign. In schools, Camelot School, predominantly, Lindley Charter School. I'm talking about from the ages of 7 years old all the way up to 24, 25. I done spoke at Lincoln University. I done spoke at Cheney University. I done spoke at these places and I have to be truthful. I gotta be truthful. It worked out for me, right? Financially, it worked out for me positively. Everybody loves that part of me. But when you sell what I would call your people out by basically jumping all over things that only destroy the community, and that's all you speak about, that's the only thing that's going to keep lighting up our atmosphere. We're going to continue, and listen to me, we're going to continue bickering and back and forth about some things that ain't never mind, especially for guys our age. So when I decided to slow up on snatching honor on a real Zat, it's only because how many more real Zats is it? If you can't get my message, then you guess what you're going to start feeling like? I'm promoting them. Because after a while, the message, it got understood already, right? So if you keep on carrying it like that, it'll get drained out and people will start thinking it's cool to be a real Zat because there's so many of them. How about us upbringing ourselves first before we ever try to help anybody? And when you see it and look at it, it baffles me because when you look up the famous YouTubers and the most popular YouTubers that are on social media, they're not the color of our skin. They're not. And it's sad because out of all of us that been through something in life, everybody that been to jail or penitentiary, been shot, stabbed, karate chopped, whatever the case may be, all the trauma, everything that you've seen with your eyes, Guess what? At the end of the day, they put a Willsite man who's selling our culture and making millions off of it. And that's Vlad. But the reason why is because our people, we tend to accept everybody. We're so forgiving. Even after all them years of slavery, we're so forgiving to these people, and these people don't give a damn about us. But what I begin to understand more than anything the other day when I was just talking to people and really hearing people say what they say on their platform is that somehow there's a beef or bicker about with people that don't even know anyone. Everybody was cool. Everybody was all right. Somehow somebody paperwork or the way you said it or how you looked at it, it wasn't correct. So I'm going to come at you, you this, you that. It looks like a clown feels like. And I'm admitting myself because my honor is intact. Once I had got the message across, there was no need for me continually coming to social media speaking about any type of real Zach. You know why? The people heard me the first time. It's just like somebody preaching to you and telling you the right and wrong thing to do, and you listening, but it's like you burning me out because you're saying it over and over. I heard you the first time. I'm going to get on it. But if you keep talking to a person over and over or people, it's like they never heard you. Everything begins to get washed down the drain. Your content, your word, everything begins to get a little withery because there's someone else that's going to come behind you trying to do the same thing that may get attraction more than you. And then there's somebody that come behind them. Why is it like that? When the wills like people, the content is steady rising. Well, let me give you some understanding. The same little checks that we all have got from YouTube, because you're not getting billions of views. You're not really winning on this joint. You're getting a little bill money or cheesesteak money, maybe sneaker money, you know? That's why it became a thing where I wasn't on it all the time. It's like, I start beginning to get earns from me being on social media, jobs, promotions, that paid me way more than YouTube or Google or any of them could ever pay me at the time or at the level that I'm at. You see? So I created other earns to get a bigger earn and left a small earn. When they took my monetization, my shadow banning went away. Soon as my monetization came back, they shadow banned me again. They're going to shadow ban you if you're my color and you begin to go up. They're going to shadow ban you, and you. Because guess what? At the end of the day, we're not giving out content that has substance. See, when you do something like what Dr. Umar Johnson do, and everybody can have their opinions on him, I don't know the man. I don't know his personal business, you know? I just know what comes out his mouth is worthy of payment because he's giving out a lot of knowledge about our people. But when you become a him, you don't have to use these social medias except for your message. And that's what I'm on. And that's what I know I've been could have had. But sometimes you get caught and you get tricked up into becoming a part of the circus. And when you become a part of the circus, even if you ain't becoming a clown, you may be juggling. At the end of the day, we got to start creating some substance. We got to start saying, okay, whoever that brother, I'm not dealing with no real ass. I don't care how older I get, whatever the case may be. I'm not doing that, right? But I don't have to worry about that real Zap because guess what? I'm not in the streets anymore. Everybody that know me got the message. And if they in the streets, they can come to YouTube and look at 1,000 and some videos giving understanding of why you shouldn't deal with a dishonorable betrayer, right? A real Zap. But at the same token, it's like, I have more to give. You guys got more to give. Do you want to give? I see some of the YouTubers not a part of the circus no more. It's only like a couple literally left that are really speaking on the same things. I think the older guys, the celebrities, right? The ones that reach down and kick it with the YouTubers. I think they need to start having understanding that they're being looked up to. Ain't no kind of, I'm not mad at that. Being looked up to opposed to Dilzik eating, to me, is honorable. Me, I don't look up to nobody but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I have respect for individuals. I can say, damn, I know he really done it. I can honor that. You see where I'm coming from? But when you're dealing with the celebrities really don't care about you. And the ones that do, they're not going to bother you and be on your phone 24/7. They're busy working. And guess what? I suggest you don't talk to these people and kick it with them because their lifestyle is different. If you want to be amongst them, work hard, earn hard, and guess what? Make them your peer. You hear where I'm coming from? All the cool stuff causes some type of dishonor amongst everybody because it may be one or two other guys that's cool with the same celebrity, whether it's male or female. And then this thing in us black people, it begin to be like, that's more my friend than yours. That's my man. Like, I ain't trying to hear it. Like, this nigga, yeah, man, that's my man. Come on, man. Ain't nobody trying to care about these things. You know how many celebrities that have offered me to kick it with them or put my camera and I denied? It's only one or two that I actually ever involved myself, and they'll say, Erna never have called for a favor. Whatever the case may be, we ills offered him. And I honor that. You hear where I'm coming from? And we got to start giving more back. You've been in the penitentiary. I've been in the penitentiary. Everybody's been to the penitentiary. If you didn't, you know somebody that been to the penitentiary. Okay, let's figure out how we tell the youngins just simply not to go to the penitentiary. Never mind the jail stories, because guess what? The youngin sitting in front of the TV, when you tell him the jail stories, he's saying to himself, oh, I can do that. Oh, I want to see that jail, how it look. He said it was rough, rugged. Let me see if I could get through it. I know I could do it. It becomes a promotion. So it becomes boring, it becomes corny. It's like, are we adults or not? And for the most part, I know I'm loved and I'm hated. I'm hated more than I'm loved. You can look at my comments and you can see that. But know what I learned about the hate and the love? Both support me. If you're commenting, you're supporting me. I used to see the addresses and the names of the people who used to buy all my CMOS. Some of them were people that hated me. But somehow, some way, you gotta love a King Erna even if you hate him. Because I'm never gonna lie to the people about who I am as a man. I've never lied on these socials, no way, shape, and form about me, my good or my bad. So the more street of guys relate to me. When the youngest is out and I'm in the city and they spinning, they're jumping out the car. Erna, what's up, mask and gloves? It's all love and honor. Hey, man, what y'all got going on, man? Pull over, let me talk to y'all, man. Let me restore some honor to y'all. Let me put some honor in your heart, man. Let me give y'all some understanding. And they listen. Whether they take it and do it or not, hey, but I get a lot of them that double back 2-3 years later, might have done some time, might have came home from a couple situations and say, Erna, what you were saying resonated, and guess what? I have a job. See, your job funds your business. So don't knock the job. You see Dame Dash knocked the job. He knocked the job, entrepreneur, all this nonsense, correct? But guess what? I know he would love a nice paying job right now. You hear me? A nice paying job to fund his business. Don't get it mixed up or miscrewed. So I just wanted to come to the people today and really give y'all that, because it was laying on my heart. And I was just looking through it, and I'm like, look who the most famous YouTubers are, the ones that's making the money. We find ways to bicker and beef about nothing. Don't even know one another. That's the clowniest mindset I could ever think of when you sit back and think, like, I don't even know this guy. Because he said what I said about some paperwork, or because he said what I said about some individual that he did. Why am I even caring? Why don't I just have a message that's guiding people? Some type of message that don't involve, shoot him up, bang, bang, boy, I'm a killer, I'm a still zabber, or I'm a still zabber until my arm is tired. But if you learn that, you will have more understanding, because it's not really talking about an actual stabbing. The Nilzeif is a symbol of something getting you to get understanding. See, once I still zab you virtually, I'm giving you understanding. The blizzard of the dishonor is leaking from these kill zittens in a creative form. So a lot miss it, but the ones that tune in, they laugh, but they also say in them comments and DMs, King Erna, this is the best way to help the children get understanding of the difference between what they're saying is supposed to be a will woman and what God allows us to know what a woman is. What they're saying a man is, and what God gave us honor and understanding by creating us the way we are, that's a man. Can't get no better. You can hate on it. You can say I don't get understanding, but guess what? The world does. And I'm thankful that I have that, because each time anything go a little wivery or slow up, I'm able to always pick back up. And the people want to always honor and respect King Erna, because I'm going to demand that. And I'm demanding it from everybody across the world. It don't have to be in the comments. It don't have to be likes or views. Just your everyday life. Just take something that I say that's positive, man, and implement it in your life. And I guarantee you, you would then have understanding. King Erna live and direct. Allah is first. I don't know what's second, but guess what? I'm going to tell you one thing, and one thing for certain. If you focus on any type of good, you're going to lead yourself to something godly. I don't care what your religion is. I mean, I care what mine and my folks and my family is. And I'd rather y'all's be that too, Islam. But at the same token, what direction you need to be doing is good. It's going to bring you to the best of honor. And that's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. King Erna live and direct. But let's stay focused. You know, never mind the circuses. Never mind being a clown, a part of the circus. I remove myself because my honor is intact. Every video that comes forth now is going to have a message. I don't care about what's going on. I fixed what I thought was wrong. And at the end of the day, I looked at the Will Zerk. Hey, I kind of believe it. I believe it like 98.9%, right? And then it's like, on that end, I believe it 98.9% also. It's even Steven, because I don't have understanding and I don't give a fills up. King Erna live and direct.